Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. 1980 Fall Classic Baseball. It is Toronto at Oakland. And it's going to be Dave Lemanczyk versus Mike Norris. Now, we have not rolled to see what the bullpen session tells us, so we're going to check and see. Do we use column A, the top column for Norris, B, the middle column, or C, the lowest level column? And that's where he may struggle a little bit. We'll see what happens. So let's roll the D20 for Norris first. And that's going to be a 14, so that's going to be a B column for Norris. For Lemanczyk, let's do that. Let's just roll. And that is going to be a C column for Lemanczyk. So really the advantage on paper, at least, will go to the Athletics. Let's get started in this game. For Toronto, it's going to be Bassetti leading off at center field. Ramos, the shortstop. Woods, the left fielder. Roy Howell, the third baseman, batting cleanup. Batting fifth is John Mayberry, the first baseman. Batting sixth is Willie Upshaw, the designated hitter. Barry Bonnell in right field, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Damaso Garcia, the second baseman. Ernie Wood, the catcher. And let's do it. The way you play Fall Classic Baseball is we roll 2d6, and then, of course, a d20. So that's a 66 right off the bat. And that's going to be 1 and 2 home run, and that's a deep drive because we rolled the 2. That's a deep drive off the bat of Bassetti. That's driving Henderson back to the wall, and that's gone. So it's 1-0, just like that. Wow, what a way to start the game. Home run, and he drives in himself. 1-0 Toronto. And the Athletics won the first game by a score of 8-7. Let's see what happens in this game. So far, it's one batter, one home run. Here's a pitch from Norris, and that's a 45, and a 45 is a blank. Norris is a B, and that's going to be a 6, which is ground ball to the shortstop. And it's short is Guerrero, and he throws out Ramos. 1 down. Al Woods is next. He bats from the left side. Steps in the box. And that is a 55. That's lined, base hit, and that's going to go for a double. Woods digging for 2, and the throw, and he is safe. 1 out double here for Woods. 55 and a 3. Whoa. And here's Roy Howell. Roy Howell again, another left. A lot of lefties on his team. Here's a pitch from Norris. That's a snake eyes. And the snake eyes is a 1-5 base hit, and it is a base hit. What will happen here? Let's see. It says base hit to right field. Runner on second if he's an F. And Woods is an F. And it says right down here, you can see that, hopefully. All right. 2 to home. F advances. So he will be waved home, and the throw is cut off. RBI single. What does it say about that's it. So RBI single, it's 2-0. And Howell's on at first. All right, here goes the pitch. And then, another 52. This is going to be a KD check, so that's going to be an error check. And the 52 is a error on the left fielder. Left fielder, let's see here. We have a chart for that. Left fielder is Henderson, and he is a 6 error, so that is the 12 is higher than a 6, so will be a fly to left that is caught by Henderson, and 2 outs now. And that's a 62, which translates to a strikeout to retire the side. So Upshaw swings and misses at a Mike Norris fastball, and we move to the bottom of the first. 2-0 Blue Jays. 2 runs on 3 hits. And the bottom of the inning, or in the bottom of the first for the home team, it's going to be Ricky Henderson, Dwayne Murphy, and Mitchell Page. All right, let's do this. We're good. All right, here's a pitch from the righty, Dave Lemanczyk. That's a 34, and that's a blank. Lemanczyk is a C, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Henderson's on with a single. Murphy now is going to swing away. Oh, a 36, that's a blank. A 36 is going to be back-to-back singles, and let's see what happens to the runner on first. If he's an F, which Henderson is, he will go to third. So they wave him to third, and he makes it there. First and third, nobody out. Here's Mitchell Page. That's a 34. That should be another hit, a 34, and that is another base hit single. So runner on third will score, runner on first. First to third if the left fielder's arm is W. So the left fielder, who's out there in left field, is Al Woods. And Al Woods, nope, he has an average arm. So they will stop Murphy at second. So an RBI single for Mitchell Page. So far, 3 batters, 3 hits for the Billy Ball Athletics. Dave Revering. And here we go. That's a 23, and a 23 is a 1-to-7K, but it's a 20, so it'll just be a strip. Oh, it's a line out. A line out to the first baseman, runner on first. Line out is a double play, 2-to-20, 2 or a 12. 2 or a 12. All right, so there's no 2 and 12, so that's going to just be a line out to the first baseman. All right, should be easier than that. But anyway, here's Wayne Gross. Oh, a 62, and that's going to be some sort of an out. A 4 is a ground ball to second with first and second. If these, okay, it's a 4-6-3, they turn it unless the second baseman has a weak arm. Second baseman is Garcia, and Garcia has a strong arm, so it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And that's the inning, I believe. Let's see. It's a 4, and a 4 is a 4-6-3 double play with first and second. Yeah. So that ends the inning. So the A's get back 1, and that's 1 run on 3 hits, and we go to the top of the second inning. There's been nothing but scoring in these so far in these couple of games that I've played. All right, it's going to be a 33. And it's not Jeff Newman anymore. It is going to be Mike Norris against Barry Bonnell, and a 33 is going to be a ground ball hit hard up the middle for a base hit. So leadoff single. Tomasa Garcia. That's a 41. That's usually a base on balls, and it will be a base on ball. So first 2 batters reach base, and here's Ernie Witt. Ernie Witt's a good bunter. We're going to try to square away with Ernie Witt, and no, he strikes out. So next is next is going to be Bassetti. And it is a 32. 32 is a blank against Norris. It's going to be an out, a 1, with runners on first and second. It's going to be advance. With 1 out, there's a fielder's choice. So there is 1 out, so we do turn and get the runner at going to second base. That puts runners on first and third. Bassetti's on at first. Bonnell is on at third. 2 outs, and here's Domingo Ramos. Here's the pitch. That's a snake eyes, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly to center field. Right there is Murphy to retire the side. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Dave Lemanczyk, he had a 1.6 whip with 2 wins and 5 losses. And here's, should be Tony Armas, not Jeff Newman. Newman's not playing. All right, here it is. And that's a 24. 24 is a 1 and 2 is a hit by pitch. Otherwise, it's an 11. And a 4 is a ground ball to second base. Scooped up by Garcia, and he throws out Armas. And here's Mike Heath. It's a 26 versus a lefty. That's a single. Otherwise, it's a fly to left. 2 down. And Mario Guerrero, right-handed hitter. That's a 46. That's going to be ballpark, but no home run allowed. And 19 is going to be lined for a base hit to right field. He's going to try for 2. Let's roll and see what happens. And that's a 2. So I don't know. The right fielder is, what kind of an arm does he have? Bonnell. Bonnell has an A arm. So an A arm is 1 to 3. He's out, and he is thrown out. Trying for second. So it's 9 to 6 single and a 9 to 6, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left. Ballpark card. Trying to stretch a single into a double, and they throw out Guerrero. All right, up comes Mike Norris. See if he can settle down. He gave up a single and a walk in the second inning, and in the first inning, it was a home run, a double, and a single. So it's 2-1 Blue Jays. We go to the top of the third. Fall Classic Baseball. You can try it for free. That's a 36. That's a blank. Norris is a B, and that's an out. An 11 with a 6. And that is a ground ball to short. Guerrero throws out Woods for out number 1. Here's Roy Howell. Roy Howell, he singled and drove in a run. That's a 43. It was almost a 33, which would have been a hit. A 43 is going to be blank, and there it is, an out. It's a fly ball to center field. Backing up is Murphy, and he makes the catch. Here's John Mayberry. He flied out to left. It's a 45 is a blank, and it will be an out. A 12 on a 5 is a pop-up. That's the third base. Right there is Gross. Makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down. So finally, Mike Norris has figured it out. Has retired 6 consecutive batters. Mike Norris is the Oakland A's ace in 1980. Here's Rob Picholo. And that's a 12. A 12 is some sort of an out, and that's going to be lifted to center, shallow center field. Racing in is Bossetti. Going back is Ramos and the second baseman Garcia, who's going to get it, and it's Bossetti who calls him off at the last minute to avoid any type of accident out there. So here's Ricky Henderson. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. That's going to be a 62. That's a blank, and that's going to. Nice thing about this game is that a lot of the outs are depending if it's a righty or a lefty hitter, and I like that about this game. And here's Dwayne Murphy with 2 out, 32. That's a blank, and the 32 will be a drive down the line, and that will hit off the wall, and the right fielder plays the carom. Digging for second is Murphy. Here's the throw and the tag, and he is safe with a double. 2-out double for Dwayne Murphy. He's 2 for 2. Next is Mitchell Page. Here's the pitch from Lemanczyk. That's a 43. 43 is a blank, and a 43 versus a C. 1 to 4 is a base on balls, but no. Going to be chopped to the shortstop. Ramos, who waits back now, charges, fires to first, and just gets the speedy Mitchell Page. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. Score is 2-1 Toronto. All right, let's get a little background sound here. I think I got it going. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh. All right, that was pretty funny. I hit the wrong button and I put my computer to sleep, and that turned the whole thing off. So we're still in business, thank goodness. And here's Willie Upshaw in the top of the fourth inning. It's 2-1, Toronto. All right, that's going to be a 52, which is a KD check, and that 17 is not going to do it. And a 52 is an error check. It's a potential error on the second baseman. That's going to be too high, and that's a ball that Pichel gets to and throws out Upshaw for out number 1. Next is Barry Bonnell. He's a right-handed hitter. And that's a 14. A 14 is out, and a 13 is he's a righty, so that's going to be grounded to the third baseman. Two-way. And here is Damaso Garcia. Pitch from Norris, a 24, and that is a hit by pitch 1-4, but this is a fly ball in the alley, and running it down is Murphy. No runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the fourth, 2-1, Toronto. Fall Classic Baseball. It's a 41. That's normally a walk, and it will be. Dave Revering trots down to first base with on a base on balls, and here comes Wayne Gross. Pitch to Gross, and that's a 36. That's a blank, but a 36 is going to be line base hit. And runner on first. If the left fielder's arm is a W, which we checked before he is not, he will stop at second. So it's first and second. And here's Tony Armas. Pitch to Armas, and that is, a 25 would have been out of here. 23, and that's a strikeout. He swings and misses at a ball outside the strike zone. So Lemanczyk gets Armas. And here's Mike Heath. Mike Heath with a 34. That's going to be another base hit single. And a runner on second. Question. There's an assist possibility. And the batter will go to second. Both runners will move up on the assist possibility. Center fielder. I don't know what kind of an arm he has. Who's out there in center field? Today it's Bassetti. Bassetti has a weak arm, so they will try to score. It's on a 1. He's out, and he's safe. Both runners move up, so the game is tied. RBI single for Heath. Lines one to center field, and Revering's going to try to score. Here's the throw, and both runners move up. Throw is late, so we got second and third now with 1 out for Guerrero. We're going to play the infield. It's early to play the infield in. The game is tied. It's only the 4th inning. I want to get this out. I want to prevent a big inning. So let me play it that way. Don't want to bring the infield in because if I give up another hit, it just extends the inning. So I'm going to play it safe with the infield halfway. That's a 12. And too bad there's not a runner at first because that would have been a double play. A 12 and a 6. So a 6 is going to say that is a ground ball to short. And that's going to be with runners on second and third. Advance on third. Wait a second. What is the... Oh, no, he holds if the infield is in. But both runners will advance on the ground ball, so that would be an RBI. So that is number 4. And this was an RBI here as well. That was number 4. That one is number 5. So 2-run score, and the A's have taken a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And we got a runner on third, 1 out, and here's Rob Pichel. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Lemanczyk. It's a 21, and that will be a strikeout to retire the side. That is Lemanczyk's second strikeout in this inning. And it's 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. They leave 1. And the A's lead it 3-2. Top of the fifth, it's going to be Norris versus Witt, Bassetti, and Ramos. Check out Fall Classic Baseball. A lot of fun. You can try it out for free. You don't have to invest. Try it out. Pretty simple to learn. Here's Mike Norris with a 24, and that's going to be an out. 19 is lifted to right field. Towards the line goes Armas, and he runs it down. Next is Rick Bassetti. That's actually 9, 10 in a row for Mike Norris. And a 25 is going to be a ground ball to the, he's a righty, to the third baseman. Gross up with it. Throws high, but nice stretch by Revering. 2 down. Domingo Ramos, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flied out. Mike Norris checks the sign. Winds and deals. And a 32 is going to be an out. And that's going to be chopped to the shortstop. Guerrero, who charges it, throws on the run, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. That is 12 in a row retired by Mike Norris. After a shaky first inning, Mike Norris comes back strong as himself. And here's Dave Lemanczyk in the bottom of the fifth. He can go 27 batters if he starts, and he's got 18 so far. He's got a ways to go. I like to push them to the limit. Nice thing about playing these older seasons, a 56 is a blank, and a 56 there is an out. It's a fly ball. Right field. Bonnell squeezes it one away. Here's Murphy. Murphy's got a single and a double, and a 15 will be an out. A little nubber in front of the plate, and Lemanczyk quickly off the mound, picks it up, fires to first, and just gets Murphy. 2 down. And here's Mitchell Page. Page is 1 for 2 with an RBI single, and a 62 will be a 2 is a fly ball. Line to the center fielder to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the sixth. 3-2 Athletics. So I buy these PDFs. PDFs have their charm because I can write on the cards and write little notes. And if there's a player who's difficult, has a name that's difficult to pronounce, I'll write it on the card. And Al Woods leading it off. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. That's going to be a 62. That's a blank. That's going to be a strikeout. Norris not really a big strikeout pitcher, but he sure has a lot of strikeouts on his card. He struck out 180 in 300 innings. So not by today's standards, not a strikeout pitcher. Here's Roy Howell. He's 1 for 2. He drove in a run and flied out to center field. That's a 21. That's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. So that is 4 strikeouts today for Mike Norris. Not Chuck Norris, Mike Norris. And here is John Mayberry. Big bad John Mayberry, 63. And that is going to be strike 3, and he strikes out the side. No runs, no hits. And Mayberry's not happy. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-2 Athletics. Dave Lemanczyk. We're in a little bit of a pitcher's duel here, not to jinx it. That's a 64, and that will be a 15, which is a righty. It's a lefty to the first baseman. So Revering bounces one to first, and Mayberry steps on the bag. 1 away. Here's Wayne Gross. He's 1 for 2. Into a double play and singled. That's a 56, and a 56 versus it's going to be an out. A 15 will be, he's a lefty, so that is going to be a ground ball again to the first baseman, Mayberry. Mayberry, they're keeping him busy over there at first base. And here's Tony Armas. He's 0 for 2 today. That's a 43. 43 is an out, and that's lifted deep right field, and backing up is Bonnell, but he's got it in his sights, and that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the top of the 7th inning. Norris is going to face Upshaw, Bonnell, and Garcia. 3-2 Athletics. And that's a 35. A 35 is a blank, and for Norris, a 35 is a 13, and that tells us by a lefty, it's to the first baseman. By righty, it's to the shortstop, I believe. Yes, it is. So he bounces out to the shortstop. Guerrero, one away. Here's Barry Bonnell. And that's a 43. That's a blank, and a 43 against a C pitcher is going to be a fly to left. Henderson's over and hauls it in. 2 down. And here's the Masa Garcia. That's a 42. A 42 is an out, and that's a little comebacker. Gloved by Norris, and Norris fires to first. High throw, but nice stretch by Revering to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. We go to it's the 7th inning stretch, and Norris is retired 9, 12, 15. Wow, 18 batters in a row. Three to 2. Athletics here in the bottom of the 7th. All right. It's going to be Heath, Guerrero, and Picholo. Heath is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Guerrero's 1 for 2. And I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out what I wrote on the scorecard for Guerrero's second at bat. It's really hard to read. Anyway, all right. Here's the pitch to Mike Heath. That's a 13. The 13 is a 10 with a 3, and that is going to be a fly ball to center field. Fly out for Heath. And here's Guerrero. Pitch from Dave Lemanczyk. That's a 56, and a 56 is an 11 with a 6. And that is chopped to shortstop. 2-way. Next is Rob Picholo. And that's a 21. That's a swing and a miss. And that's 3 up, 3 down. He's retired 10 in a row. No runs, no hits. We go to top of the 8th. 3 to 2 Athletics. See if Mike Norris can hold on here. He can go 37 batters. He's gone 26 batters. And we're pitching his B column today. And that is a 46. That's a ballpark, no home run, but we rolled a 10, and that is going to be, he is a lefty or right. He's a switch hitter, so he'll be batting lefty. Lefty batter on a 10 is a foul ball to the third baseman. That's Gross over there and makes the catch. So Witt pops up, 1 down. It's 19 in a row. Here's Bassetti, and a 53 is a range check. And that's a KD. Will that be a KD? No, it just misses being a KD. So let's see what happens. And that is a range check to the third baseman. Oh, great play by Gross. Back on his feet. Throws him out at first base. So 1 hop liner to third base, and Gross got down on the ground and stabbed at it. Picked it up, fired to first, and got his man. And here is Domingo Ramos with 2 out. That's 20 in a row retired by Mike Norris. And that is a 34. 34 is a blank, and the 34 is a fly ball to right. And that's a 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down. So easy inning as usual, but some nice defensive glove work by the third baseman, Wayne Gross. And he's retired 21 in a row so far. 3-2 Athletics. Here's Ricky Henderson leading it off. Now Lemanczyk has reached basically his limit, but we will allow him to go until he gives up a base runner. So let's see what Ricky could do. And a 45 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And Garcia better hurry, and he just gets Henderson flying down the line. And here's Murphy, who's 2 for 3 today. And that's a 36. A 36 is a blank, but a 36 is going to be line base hit to right. And that will do it for Lemanczyk, who's pitched a pretty good game. So Mitchell has his, now Murphy has his 3rd hit of the game. And we're going to get a new pitcher here. We'll see who it's going to be. Let's see, Norris, home run. Hold on one second. I gotta play through a little bit of the game to get to the Toronto bullpen. Wait a second. No, I was Mayberry. Oh, he's a fly to left, and then a strikeout. And then it's Upshaw with a strikeout. Okay, now I should, Lemanczyk will pitch the one batter there. Okay, now I can check and see who's available in the bullpen, so I don't overuse guys. All right, a guy named Joey McLaughlin. He pitched in 45 games. We're going to bring him in. Joey McLaughlin. Let's see. All right, he's in there. Let's write him in. He will be pitching to Page, Reverie, and Gross, 3 lefties. It is what it is. I really don't have a lefty available. Well, I have, wait a second. I have a guy named Bob Moore. Bob Moore had 28 relief appearances. You know what? I'm going to bring in Bob Moore. It's with 3 lefties coming up. That's a little bit more realistic in my view. So Bob Moore's coming up. It's not going to be Joey McLaughlin. Let's see if we can find. Now you get all the cards when you buy the PDF. They're $20. I bought the PDF. You know, I do have an actual printed season. I have the 1967. So this is, they call him Bob Moore. It's Baylor Moore. His name is Baylor Moore, and he's a lefty. All right, so lefties are a little bit different when we roll, and he's going to be a B. So Moore's a B, and here's Mitchell Page, lefty on lefty. Let's see what happens. You're watching a presentation of Fall Classic Baseball, and it's a 52. That's going to be a KD check, but it does not fall. And he's a B, so it's a KD of 1 to 2. So we roll a 3, and that's going to be in 52 is going to be an error on a shortstop. E6. So runners found first and second. Next up is Dave Revering with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's a pitch. That's a 63, and a 63 is going to be an 8, which is a fly to center field. Let's see what it says about advancing fly to center field. With 1 out, runners will go to second and third if they're fast. So Murphy's fast, so he will tag up, and Page is fast, so both will tag up on that fly to deep center field. So second and third now, and here comes Wayne Gross. Here's the pitch to Gross. And that's a 32. That's a blank, and the 32 will just be an out. Lifted to left, and racing to the ball is Woods. He gets there, and that retires aside. So the Athletics threatened to pick up an extra insurance run, but failed to do so. Here in the bottom of the 8th, they leave a couple, hit and an error, and we move to the top of the 9th. So last licks for the Blue Jays are only down by 1 run in a 3-2 game. Mike Norris has retired 21 in a row. Let's see if he can keep the streak going. It's going to be Al Woods. He's a 300 hitter in 1980. In close to 400 at bats. See what happens. Here's a pitch. And that's a 53. That's going to be a range check. The KD is blown, and let's see what happens. Oh, what a play. What a play by the first baseman who dives for that ball. Revering gets back up, flips to the pitcher covering in time. Wow. So 1 away. That's 22 retired in a row. And here's Roy Howell. And that's a snake eyes. 1 to 5. That's a single. Otherwise, strike 3. And Howell swings and misses at a ball outside the zone for the second out. So Norris is 1 out away here from a tremendous performance. if you exclude the first inning, he's basically and the first two batters in the second inning, he's retired everybody since that point. He would have a perfect game going. But of course, you need 27 batters for that. He's at 23 batters. So one more. He's got 24 consecutive batters retired. Here's John Mayberry. And that is a 63. A 63 is going to be strike three, and the ball game's over. And wow, what a performance by Mike Norris. Just when the game started, you expected he looked quite shaky, but slowly but surely, he got the rhythm and pitches a masterful performance here. And he allowed only 4 hits in the game. And 2 runs. Final score is the Athletics 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Mike Norris with the victory. And Mike Norris needed a victory. He's really struggling at the beginning of the inning. He was 1-4 with a 4.46 ERA, but that game is going to really make a big difference. It's going to be 2-4 now. And I know that his ERA will come down probably below the 4. And the A's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. And the errors, there was 1 error by the Blue Jays. No errors on the Athletics. So let's recap quickly. It was 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Blue Jays, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Athletics. The Athletics improved their record to 13-16, and the Blue Jays dropped to 10-16. The win is going to be for Norris. He improves his record to 2-4 rather than 1-4, and then his ERA should come down to around 3.90, I would say, after that outstanding performance. The offensive stars, I guess you could say, Dwayne Murphy with 3 hits. He had a single in the first, a double in the third, and a single in the 8th. So I got one more game to play in this 3-game set, and then I'm going to go back to playing my 1964 payoff pitch game before the weekend comes up, where I'm playing a couple of tournament games, one with inside pitch and another one with time travel baseball. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and enjoy our games. Take care.